Yo, yo, what's goody world? We are back. It is Nolo and T.
Hey y'all.
And we are back with the homie Jim Jefferies. The comment section been telling us for a hot little second that we needed to do airplane etiquette. The fully functional, I don't know where that's from. Maybe that's the title of the entire show. I don't know.
Possibly.
But here we go. Y'all requested it. Jim Jefferies, airplane etiquette. Let's rock.
Let's tell some stories. Now, this first story, the first bit of this story you should already know. In the same way that you know things like, don't kill people, try not to rape. When you're on an airplane...
Try not to rape.
It sounds like, yeah.
I mean, there's a thing called plane etiquette, and it goes like this. Window gets an armrest and a wall. Middle gets two armrests. Aisle gets an armrest and a little bit of extra leg. We're not animals, we live in a society. So I was on a flight from Los Angeles to Houston, and I had the middle seat, and that sucks balls. So I'm sitting there with two armrests. Next to me is a petite young lady. She's doing her job, armrest wall. I'm in the middle, two armrests. Sitting next to me here is a great big black man who's as gay as the day is long. He sits down next to me and we do the niceties. Hello, hello. And then with no issue whatsoever, he sees my elbow there and he just went, chock. And I went... No, I'm pretty upset, but he's a big guy and it's a long flight, so there's no need to get into an argument. So I have that argument that you have in your head where the other person doesn't know you're having an argument. Where you're like, you're a asshole, and if you said this, then I would say, well, good sir, I think you're mistaken, right? So I sit there festering for like 45 minutes, and eventually the air stewardess comes with a drink cart. Now, why I'm on air stewardesses, right? Whenever you watch a movie set in the 60s and they show air stewardesses, or an old TV show, they'd show like Pam Am or something, they always depict air stewardesses as these hot young things with a pillbox hat and a little bun and big tits and a small waist and holding a bag going, like that. I don't think any of those women have retired. This thing was just being propped up by the drink cart. 50 years of recycled air had made her skin drip off her skull like the end of Raiders of the Lost Ark. She comes up. The guy reaches over for his drink and his pretzels, armrest open, bang! I'm back in. And I'm not going anywhere either. He puts all of his things...
Been there.
Really?
Been there. Didn't get bumped off, babe, but definitely got, we sharing this. You know, elbow above. I wish I could see your armor. Elbow above,
And then
one
your elbow,
back.
yeah.
So I'm in the mid, so I got the back space, and that moment I had that cart came around. Damn, just went, my arm went from this to this. Occupied the entire armrest. Facts. He's not lying.
Just open, bang! I'm back in.
Yeah.
And I'm not going anywhere either. He puts all of his things down in his tray and he goes to put his elbow back, but he can't, can he? He can't, because there's a wall there called Jim Jefferies and he can't move it, right? And he's pushing, and I'm acting like I can't feel it, like this, but casual like. Then he gets his fist like this and his hand like that and he's pushing really hard back. And I'm trying to do that casual. But he's much bigger than me and eventually I have to give in. I just went chock. So I turned to him and said what needed to be said. Why are you such a... Now, I understand that word in this country isn't as popular as maybe it should be.
So much that I'm going to have to bleep it out, guys, but you guys know what he's saying, so we're just going to let that ride.
People were freaking the out. They were going, he did, he just said it, I heard him say it. Called that man a C-bomb, I heard him say it, Bob. Called the man a C-bomb, Bob.
Why does everybody from all other countries do American accents so well? You see how he just turned that on? Like, everybody can't do an Australian accent. Everybody can't
That's true.
do an English accent. Everybody can't. Like,
he did, he just said it, I heard him say it. Called that man a C-bomb, I heard him say it, Bob. Called the man a C-bomb, Bob. And he was shocked as well. He turned to me and went, excuse me, what did you just call me? But in for a penny, in for a pound, right? And I was there going, sir. I called you a And he said, are you upset because you're trying to take my armrest? And I went, you don't know plane etiquette. Window gets an armrest and a wall. Middle gets two armrests. Aisle gets an armrest and a little bit of extra leg. We're not animals. We live in a society. And the people that initially hated me agreed with me like, he is right about that. That is true. That is true. We do live in a society. And he went, oh, I'm only taking the back of the armrest. You can have the rest of the armrest. And I went, you take the back, you take the whole thing. No one gives a about the front of the armrest. No one's ever gone, thanks for the front of the armrest. I said, it's not just that you're taking my armrest. Your elbow has come over the armrest and it's digging into my rib cage. And he said, well, maybe if you lost some weight. I know. I was gobsmacked. I didn't know what to say. I just turned to him and went, you bitchy queen. Now everyone on the plane has lost their shit. The movie can off, mate. No one's watching the movie. I'm the entertainment now. The air stewardess comes running back on her walker. She comes up to us and she goes, what's going on here? And I said, I want this asshole away from me. And she said, sir, this is not the situation to be swearing in. I went, yes, it is. We're having a fight. And she went, well, there's no need for name calling. I called the guy bitchy queen, so I sort of get what she's saying. And I turned to her and said, you know what? You're right. There is never a need for name calling. But, as a proud gay man myself, I feel like I've earned the right to say such words, so...
Is he gay?
No, but babe, I know I'm not tripping, bro. Yeah. And everybody who's watching this, go back and watch and tell me, am I tripping? I don't know if it doesn't seem like they chopped this up, but his beer cup keeps appearing and disappearing, bro.
I didn't notice that.
What the fuck? Yup.
Maybe. Okay, let's just finish it.
She apologized. The gay guy knows I'm lying. He's fagging the out, just... And the air stewardess went, can everyone calm down? What's the problem here? And he went, he's trying to take my armrest. And the air stewardess went, everyone knows the middle gets two armrests. And I went, see?
You know that?
She goes, I'm going to have to break you.
I never...
Did I know that the
middle gets two armrests? I feel like whoever arm gets there first, that's whose armrest it is.
I don't know, babe. He might be right, because when I'm in the middle, that's how I feel. I feel like y'all don't want to sit here. Y'all know I don't want to sit here. So the least I can get is a little bit more territory in our country, because it's that little 3 seats is a country, man.
Okay.
I kind of feel him on that. The fact that you don't care is
well, when I saw airplane etiquette, I wasn't thinking about armrest. I was thinking about like other things that happen on a plane that people should know
I feel you. All right. I feel
Not
you.
to do, but okay.
Knows the middle gets 2 armrests. And I went, see? She goes, I'm going to have to break you 2 up. And she points to the man and said, sir, you're going to have to find a seat at the back of the plane. I'm victorious. I stand up. I bash my head on the thing.
Right.
I point at the man and I went, get to the back of the plane. Now, a lot of people on that plane hadn't seen the rest of the argument. All they have seen is me pointing at a black man, yelling, get to the back of the plane. Things got real awkward real quick. I didn't know what I'd done yet. People were yelling at me, calling me a racist, and I was like, I know, but how do you know? Then a guy threw a bag of peanuts at the back of my head and said, sit down, you limey bastard. And I was like, that's the British. I'm Australian, you racist. Which would have made a lot of sense if being British or Australian was a race and not a nationality. But at that stage, I was clutching at straws, really. So I go sit back down in his old chair. We got the empty seat between us. Me and the girl pounded out. Now, later on the flight, I'm walking up the back of the plane to the toilet. And I want to see the guy, because I want to go. And I get all the way to the back of the plane. I don't see him anywhere. I'm about to go in the toilet, and then I see his leg around the corner. There were no more seats. This is a full flight. He's sitting in the air stewardess's landing seat that folds down with a seatbelt over the top like he's in a go-kart. I put my head around the corner. I went, no armrest here, dickhead. And the air stewardess went, you get back to your seat. And I ran away like a child, like. So, for landing, I go sit back down in his old seat. Now, the air stewardess seat is taken, so she's taking my old seat in the middle, and she hates me. And I'm taking both armrests. And as we're landing, the guy over the aisle leans over and goes, excuse me, you're Jim Jefferies, right? And I'm like, yeah, man, how you doing? And he went, I had no idea you were gay. Yeah, man. I like cock.
Come on, bro. Dude. Ain't nobody saying all that, bro. Damn, baby, you diabolical on the flight.
What?
We done took a lot of flights together. Oh, you diabolical, ain't it?
Well, when me and you fly together, you know, I always get the window seat. So I don't need to, because, you know, I fall asleep. I just need to lean over on the window. But if I'm in the middle, I don't know. But if I don't care what seat I'm in.
Fancy shit.
If it's the middle or if it's the aisle.
Fancy shit. My G.
If my elbow.
My G don't even recall flying the middle row
there,
ever.
Then that's my armrest.
Let me tell you something. T serious about the window and them aisle seats. She
not really.
You are serious about them. You are serious.
It depends on how long the flight is. I can't stay awake on a flight to save my life. I don't know. It's something about it. It just puts me to sleep. So I need to rest against the window.
T don't play by booking them airline tickets. She like, hey, this ticket gonna be $89 more, but I got to get the window. I love it, baby. I love it when you plan our trip. Hey, send more send more clips, man, that we need to react to with Jim Jefferies. I got a few in the watch later. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. What else, baby?
And yeah, you said it all. You said them all. Like,
right.
comment, share, subscribe. Subscribe.
Yeah. Peace.
I couldn't get it out.